Whoa, it's the illusion. I'm up here in the forest, getting ready to make sure my chainsaw's all gassed up, and we're going to harvest some oak. There's a nice downed oak tree up here. We're in the wood cutting zone, and we're gonna get after it. We're gonna get some more firewood and be stoked about it. All right, we got some gas in there. We got our gas. We like that, and just out on a little firewood gathering mission today, because winter's will quickly approach, and we want to take full advantage of what we have at our disposal, right? And so yeah, that's what I'm doing today, and I'm kind of stoked. Today is like the first day I kind of just set sailed on my own trip, full solo mission out here, and instantly just was kind of amazed at just how rad it is to be able to get up into the forest so quickly from our house. Back in the day, it's hours. Here it's 20 minutes. And you're up in the woods here. It's like, this is pretty close to where I made the last video of me harvesting firewood. But so it's been burned, and today I was really just noticing how rad it is that how much life there really is after a fire, right? It is part of the forest and the whole thing, and how blessed we are to have these things and be able to heat my home with the forest and do all that kind of stuff, man. I pulled up here and some big old, huge hawk flew out of one of these trees carrying something in its talons and just, boogied through the forest. And it's kind of trippy, like the fire was all up in here last year, and you got a lot of these in these little nooks and crannies. I mean, you look at the forest, if you don't look with discerning eyes, it just looks moonscaped, and then you look down everywhere and there's just little seedlings growing. I know I've made plenty of videos of that before, but it always just amazes me, and it always just makes me grateful and realize and just know how blessed we are, man, to have this abundant dream to live in. I think 20 years ago, I would have looked at this as a ruined forest, but now I really look at it as this forest doesn't look great right now, but I can look into the future almost and be like, oh, this forest here is in 20 years is just going to be like just jamming and just fully full of new life and revigored, and it's going to be beautiful. So I'm going to get in here. I'm going to chop up these trees up here and fill my empty truck bed full of wood, and we'll show you what we've got when it's done. We're halfway there. So that's all oak. That's nice oak, man. I was worried that log was going to be kind of rotten, but it sure wasn't. So the thing of my strategy is half of it oak, and then half of it a lighter wood back here, because that's over the wheels. And dude, that stuff's heavy, dude. Each one, is weighing a bit. So I'll fill up the back half here with I think there's some cedar up here. I'm gonna go get some cedar next and fill this thing up. Maybe have a little lunch. All right, we did it right there. The bunch of cedar. I could fill it up more. But you know, been out here a while. It's a lot of hard work, man. That is a lot of hard work. Just for those who are curious, here's my official permit from the United States Forest Service, properly marked for the day I'm on. So, yeah, I'm out here, right? I'm just out here in the forest, man. No one around. I haven't seen anyone since I turned off of the main road. And that's it. It just reminds me, this whole thing reminds me is that it's all gonna be okay. But you gotta make the leap first. I was sitting here and cut my wood, and I'm like, that work means that I'm not gonna go cold this winter, right? I'm not gonna go cold this winter. I'm not dependent upon anything to heat me, except my own swinging of the axe when I go split all that stuff back home. But that's it. It's just about getting out of the cities, man, and getting back out into the land. And there's no one out here. That's the trippy part. Even though there's like civilization nearby, those people are still caught in the town mentality, dude, right? And it's that thing is, people are always like, don't dwell on, what do they want to call it, the negative. It's all positive, dude. God's got it all, and just don't even worry about it. And like, don't even think about like what's going on the other side of the world, down the street. Don't even think about it. And it's because I did think about it and did accept the truth and the ultimate negative reality of living in an urban area that I began to formulate the plan to get out of it. That's where God does the don't worry about it part, is when you begin to make the plan, when you begin to put your life in God's hands, right? But part of the reason that we did all this was looking at the situation and realizing the bummer of it all, the negative vibe of it all, the fact that it wasn't going back, the fact that America's been conquered, that we all live behind enemy lines. I was listening to this dude today who was like, 38 states are America. We need to get a 38-star flag because only 38 states are real America. Dude, if you live in the United States of America, you're behind enemy lines, dude. Just because you live in some weird zone that you think is any different than California because, we can do this without, you're missing the point, dude. Just go look at the symbols on the goods you buy. Go see where they're manufactured. And realize that it's never been about what government you live under, where you live. It's about how you live within that space, right? Like, there's no escaping this thing that's coming. And that's not negative. That's acceptance and truth, because once I accept the real dark ramifications of what's heading our way as a society, as a collective. It doesn't have to be as an individual, right? Me as an individual, like, I can take the necessary steps to face the truth. And it's not about like what happened on 7-Eleven or the big pharma or the coup or any of those, the moon landing, or whether there was round or flat or interest-bearing currency. Those truths aren't the truth I speak of. The truth I speak of is the truth that you're all alone. I'm all alone. We're all alone. Yeah, some of us have families and children and friends, but at the end of the day, it's just you and God. And so what are you going to do, right? And the positivity of the negative is being able to look at it and be like, that is negative. The weirdness of the system, the programming, the propaganda, the poisoning of the food supply, the poisoning of the body, the mind, all of that, right? Like, you don't need to dwell in it. You don't even need to like be part of it. But by default, we're all part of it. There's no escaping the fact that I have a vehicle right here that's 100% dependent upon the system functioning, right? I got a chainsaw in there. Same thing, dude. Oh, well, you know, you just go out there, well, you still need bar oil, right? Yeah, eventually, ultimately, you could just chop it down yourself until your axe breaks or whatever. But you get what I'm saying, is it's not about running away from it. It's about running into it, ultimately. Like living in the city was running away from it. That's the trippy part. That's what I've been learning over the last 6 months is living in the comforts of the grid is the runaway, dude. We're running back from the escape pod. We're leaving that weird captive escapism, dude, of processed this and Hollywood that and blah, blah, blah. Oh, but we all are. There's no one's immune from it, dude. So I don't know. I just sit out here in this forest that's, you know, burned and growing back, and there's little cedar starts all over the place, and I got a truck full of wood to heat my home this winter. And I've nothing but gratitude for it. I'm super grateful that God gave me the courage to look into the negativity of this collective reality we share, make peace with it, and then begin to slowly back away from it. Slowly back away from it. We are all, every single one of us, no matter where you are on Spaceship Earth behind enemy lines. The grid, the net is circling us, but dude, just don't fight the net. Just swim through the little gaps. Just become super small. Just become super small because God's super big. It is like an inverted, backwards, forward, a bird that can't fly, paradoxical, right? Anyway, this is The Illusion. I'm going to get back down to the family after a day of cutting wood up here in the National Forest and go get grateful because I super am. That's all we can be. Sorry for the beeping. It's The Illusion signing out. If you want to contribute to the dream, support the dream, this is a crowd-funded reality, man. If you find value in what I do, you can express the value in what I do to you with the links down below. It's what we can do for each other, right? So, and if you don't, that's cool. And the bare minimum that's required is just use the name tags and be nice to people because God has totally blessed us with abundance. And so, yeah, let's do it. There's beauty in them there hills. Look at that. Just look at that. Fantastic. Whoa. It's The Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm in the Sequoia National Forest. Cutting up some firewood, man. Using my permit issued by the United States Forest Service to collect some firewood, man. I'm getting the chainsaw out and fill my truck up full of wood. I got a bunch of cedar and oak. And now I'm just making my way out of the forest. This evening I realized today that I only had 10 days left on my permit. So I was like, oh, I better step up my firewood collection game. Way rather end up in the spring with more wood than not enough, right? So, yeah, I'm out doing the thing, man. Getting that forest vibe on, man. I don't know, there's something cool about getting out here and getting sustained by the forest, knowing that what I'm bringing out of the forest is gonna heat my home this winter, man. It's a good vibe, but you know, I gotta earn your dues, man. I got a nice monkey bump on my, look at that monkey bump right there. That was from the pull cord on my chainsaw, dude. I like fully pulled it back and it slipped out of my hand and whipped me, dude. The handle got me good, dude. That looks worse than it really is, but it got me right on the bone, man. Bam, dude. Owie. Got an owie, and then I cut this hand on a stick. It's dangerous out there in the woods, man. Don't let it think that the forest is all fluffy and fuzzy like some sort of bunny rabbit, dude. It's pretty serious. I got a bunch of weight in the truck right now. So we're just cruising on out of here all nice and slow on this, the 21st day of October, man. Oh, dude, just been just living that life. It's funny, it's when you're out doing stuff like this, it feels for real, man. It's real. You know, you gotta negotiate the terrain and deal with it, man, and it's happening, and it's good, man. It's nice. I do appreciate this whole new lifestyle of just getting out and having to kind of do your own thing, you know, taking care of animals and being out here in the forest, you know, watching it do its thing out here. Again, I haven't seen anyone out here today. It's just been me, my car, and my chainsaw, and a bunch of logs. Although I have heard some cutting going on somewhere else in the forest, but it sounded more like they were doing something with the road. And yeah, it's good to be in this part of it, right? It's so easy to get sucked up into the matrix of it all and believe that part of it, right? Like there's nothing more real than heating your home with firewood in a weird way. I mean, we've got a furnace and stuff too, but there's something cool about, we got the fire going this morning, you know, first fire of the season. It's starting to get cold up here, which is nice, man. I appreciate the chill in the air, man. I like to feel my human form existing, not and sustaining itself. It's pretty easy to get lazy with it, man. It really is, and I think that's the hustle, is to get you to not participate in your own, you know, basic human needs like food, water, heat, you know, all of these things. Pretty important. And yet, you know, when you don't actually have to put your hands on them, it makes you lazy and soft. It really does. I was out chopping wood today with my axe, dude. It was pretty rad, dude. I was feeling it. I've been watching this dude on, I don't know, like YouTube shorts. All he does is like split wood with an axe, dude. He gets fully gnarly and into it, dude. It's pretty epic. It is. And then I was like, all right, today's the day to swing my axe. And I swung my axe today, dude. I got after it. I'll tell you what, man, splitting chunks of oak, that oak gives you trouble at first, man. About the third whack, it splits. But the cedar, man, like, dude, whack and it just cracks, dude. It's kind of fun, dude. Learning what different wood does under the force of an axe. Right? Like it's these things. It's these things that make, you know, that are like, figure that out. And then you just got this whole thing, man, what is all this? It's very interesting, man. I don't know, dude. It's such oh, look at this dude's fully on the move up here. He's probably doing what we're doing. Maybe not, dude. I don't know what these guys are up to. Humans, dude. Humans, man. There it is, dude. The Kern River Valley down there. It's kind of see over where our house is. We're like over in there, man. We're on the other side of the all of that. It's pretty rad. I'll do I don't know what I'll do, dude. Try to upload this is what I'll do. I don't think I uploaded the last timber cutting video. Maybe I'll just add this. I'll just add the last timber cutting video to the back side of this, because it's actually got all the footage of me actually doing like cutting wood and stuff, if you know what I mean. I didn't get any footage of that. It's just me driving out of the forest here. But just wanted to check in. All right, here's the my last timber cutting escapade about 10 days ago. So enjoy. It's got views, the whole thing. All right.